walk into the shadows. I use the shadows, ducking my head, avoiding eye contact. I live in the rainy city, a city most never, ever have even heard of. So there is no point in telling you where I am. I pull my hood close against my face, allowing myself to sink into my own world. My demons followed me as I walk. My shoulders slump, hair covering my face. I know it's following me, and I don't care. The burden, the guilt, and the terror of the day. What if someone sees my face? What if someone recognizes me? What then? What would happen to me? My feet made loud splashing noises in the rain, puddles on the cobblestone sidewalk, staining my jeans. All I am left with is the weight on my shoulders and the demon crawling at my back, scratching, begging for attention. My husband still doesn't know what I do and why I can't sleep. Neither would you, probably. You think you really, really, truly know someone until they let their demons show. I do tell him I love him every night, every single night, before he decides to go to sleep. I stay awake, listening to the sound of his breathing until I know he's fast asleep. Then I get up, I put my hoodie on, my jeans and my shoes, and I walk. I walk in our rainy city and I let my demons free. They walk along beside me. They're quiet, they really are most nights. And then there are nights like tonight, where it is raining and I just can't control them. But they control me. And when I look into someone's eyes while my demons are by my side, I can see them too. That's when I take my cleaver and I smile. I smile as they stare into my eyes and I strike. When my cleaver hits their throats and the blood spurts, landing on my face, I open my mouth and I can taste them. Taste what they were like. And then I see the flashes of who they were. Who they used to be, may I say. Someone that I couldn't be. You know, let me tell you something. When I was younger, I never had a name. I never had a name for someone to call me. Every time I introduced myself, I couldn't tell them who I was. I was 3, and I was left at an orphanage. It was a horrid place. Everyone smelling of their own shit. They gave me a name. They called me nobody. And no one wanted to be my friend. And I completely understand why. No one wanted to talk to me for the longest time, be near me, or wanted to try to be civil. You know, it hurt me at first, but I had grown to love it. Love being alone. I loved being cast to the side. And, you know, people ask me why. And I simply reply, because no one saw what I could see. No one wanted to believe. That, my friend, is where I met my very first friend. My first pet demon. Which, I'll be honest, later on in life, I have become its pet, but that's okay. It does love to tease me. The one escape it allows me to have is my husband, who at this point believes I'm cheating on him, but my friends, I'm doing much, much worse. I take my suitors and I chop their bloody feet off. Well, okay, let me slow up a bit. I start working my way up. My all-time favorite, though, when I do reach their face, is the tongue. Because believe me, most of them never, ever last when I get to their face. Either they die from pain or blood loss. It really doesn't matter, but unfortunately I'm too fast and they just bleed out. One man, however, impressed me. He lasted to the very end, where I took his eyelids and sliced them off. I was covered head to toe in crimson beauty. oh, the memories he had, it made me just love it. I bled him dry. But you know what? What I love the most about this city and when my demons take over and I allow them to control me is that the rain washes away all evidence. And to this day, I have never, ever been caught. But, you know, people have also asked me what caused me to take on this demon. Well, it's because it treated me like I wasn't a nobody. It even gave me a name. My name is Guinevere. How beautiful is that? My husband and babies are the only two that are allowed to live. The rest of the world we want to see burnt to the ground. But, you know, who doesn't? And when the demon does take over, there is no evidence. There is no emotions. There is no nothing. Nevertheless, when I finish seeing red, I can't remember anything. I'm back to walking through the streets at night, covered head to toe in rain, washing away everything that I've done. I'll admit, committing murder when no one knows who you are, what you are, can be very rewarding because it makes me want to try harder. Have you ever stuck a meat cleaver inside of someone's gut and just disemboweled them? Just whatever you do, don't hit the lower intestine and pierce it. That shit reeks. I made that mistake, and I did vomit all over the body. The demon wasn't too thrilled, and manhandled me a bit that much, but that night he did forgive me. I do try to come home to my husband before 6 a.m., before the sun reaches up and I know when his alarm goes off. That way, he wouldn't smell it on me. After I shower, I'd crawl into bed just as he was getting ready to wake up. But there was one time I came home and he was waiting for me. He wasn't too shocked when he saw the blood on me. He just asked, "How many?" It scared me at first that he knew, and it surprised me that he didn't report me. But I reacted out of fright, and I placed my weapon to his gut, and I threatened him. He just looked at me with those cold, dead eyes and said, "You can't kill what's been with you your entire life. So, answer me this. Do you wish to become a nobody again?" I was dumbfounded. I was confused. I couldn't move from the spot I stood at. Then he grasped my wrist and placed the blade to my throat. "You, my little Guinevere, don't understand half of what I've planned for you." He pushed a blade, and I felt that familiar bite against my skin, and I felt the very first prickle of anxiety in my stomach. With me around, you can't even die. You'll become the most prolific serial killer in the world. You've given me your life. All you have to do is just give me your soul. My husband's face faded, and then I was standing in my own bathroom, and I saw my dead eyes staring at me from weeks of no sleep. My lips were cracked, my face was covered in dried blood, and the tears, oh my God, the tears filled my eyes, and I saw him. He was behind me. "Do it," he whispered. No, I can't," I replied. "Yes, you can. Do it, or I'll do it for you, and you won't have that immortality that I have granted you." My hand was trembling, but I just closed my eyes for just a second, and I'll be honest with you, it hurt for a moment, and then my limbs just went cold. I cracked my eyes open. Though weak, I watched the red flow down my chest, and then I watched his face become a horrified freak show, and then just faintly, I heard him scream my name. "Guinevere! Guinevere!" Wake up, please, Guinevere. I had become a nobody once again.